Hello everyone, welcome to sqadia.com. My name is Muhammad Usama and today we are going to talk about the inflammatory process in the living organisms or the cells in response to any type of ischemia or injury or whatsoever. So in this lecture, we are going to talk about different topics related to inflammation. The first section will be regarding the introduction of inflammation, which will comprise of the processes which are involved in the inflammatory process and the cardinal signs of inflammation and the different causes of inflammation, as I just said, like ischemia, necrosis, infection, or any other causes that we'll look into detail. The second part of our lecture will be acute inflammation and the types of different type of inflammatory cells that are involved in this process. In the acute inflammation, we are also going to talk about the adhesion molecules involved in the inflammatory process, the vasoactive changes that are involved in the inflammatory process, and once again, type of inflammatory cells involved in this process. In the third part of this lecture, we are going to continue with the active inflammation, and we are going to talk about the cellular responses to leukocytes during the active inflammation and the hereditary diseases which are going to affect the process of inflammation. So in the cellular responses, we are also going to talk about the mediators of inflammation during acute inflammation. In the fourth part of this lecture, we're going to talk about the outcomes of the acute inflammation, followed by chronic inflammatory process. In the chronic inflammation, we're going to discuss the two types of chronic inflammation, which involve the chronic non-specific inflammation and granulomatous inflammation. The last part of this lecture will be focused on tissue repair, in which we'll talk about the restoration of normal structure, cellular proliferation and repair process, and the factors that may delay or impair the repair process.